Welcome to another Form Titan one-on-one video, and in the last video we looked at how to create records in Salesforce using Form Titan. In this video we are going to look at how to update your records using the push in Form Titan. And in the learning objectives, first we'll look at the update action, which is what we use to update records. Second, we'll look at multiple matches. If you're updating and you find multiple matches, what to do, and we'll look at first, last, all, skip and create. Third, we'll look at if not found any match. If we're updating and we don't find any match, what do we want the system to do? Number 4, don't override if empty functionality. And then finally, validate fields. Okay, let's go back into our form. And let's have a look what we got here. So we've got how to update a record using a push. I've created a full name, email, mobile, and last name. And a submit button here. So let's go ahead and show you what we're going to do. So we've got 3 records here on name of Joe Blogs. Got Joe Blogs 1, 2 and 3. And they all have the same email addresses. And the reason I'm showing this, I'm going to use an update functionality to demonstrate how to update multiple records even though they have same email addresses. Okay, let's go back in our push. And we are going to add our object. We are going to say contact. And I'm just going to add a comment saying update Joe. Click into action, we are going to select update. We are going to set a condition. If my email equals if my equals other, which is going to be Joe at formtitan.com, then update any records that you find on Joe at formtitan.com. Okay, so even though we specified update, which record are we supposed to update? This is what we have to specify next. So here we go. If multiple matches are found, take ID from. In this instance, what I'm going to say, do you know what? Just do the first if you want. So we're going to say just update the first record. So what this should do, it should only update Joe Blogs 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and map our fields. Click to form mapping. Let's go first name, last name, and email, and final one can be mobile. Apply. Okay, we've got 2 functions here. One is validate fields, and what this does, it looks at all the fields that are in Salesforce and it says validate will remove fields which do not exist. So if the fields that you map here do not exist in Salesforce, it will simply ignore those if you tick this and do the push. And then you've got don't override if empty. So if you leave the fields empty here, it will not override that empty field to a field that you might have already populated within Salesforce, and it will won't override that. So okay, let's go ahead and click apply, finish, save, preview, and we are going to say Joe at formtitan.com, and we're just going to say blogs 1. Let's go ahead and submit this. Once we submitted it, let's go into our integration log. Let's have a look. And just have to give it a second. Refresh a couple of times. And there you go, it's refreshed. Let's have a look what's going on here. And as you can see, it's now updated to Joe Blogs 1. And it hasn't overridden any of the fields, even though we didn't put anything in here for our lookup. We didn't put any mobile, didn't put any first name, and because we ticked don't override those fields, it hasn't overridden it. That's as simple as that. So now if we look into Joe Blogs, just quickly give this a refresh. This has now gone from 1 to 1. There you go. So first has been updated, and that's what the first theory is. Okay, now let me go back into my push And in the next video, we'll talk about the last, what happens in the last. Thank you for watching.